Okay. So this was kind of interesting bidding. One spade. How'd it go? I can look. Let's see, this is 12 and 10. Okay, so this person was dealing, they opened a diamond. This person bid spade. This person bid
2 spades.
Well,
We've
no
got
trouble.
14 points.
All right, how'd that bid go? I hate bidding. Yeah, they bid 2 spades. They bid 2 spades with that. Which was kind of interesting. You can get away with this. You can raise the spades with 3. It's very much better that you have a singleton rather than a doubleton. But raising with 3 is fine. I actually prefer the one no trump. If they do that, what's this person going to do?
Show
2
the
clubs.
spades.
Okay, 2 clubs, new minor
Minor
forcing.
forcing. Saying you
And-
have 5.
And
Now
he's
you know
showing,
you've got an 8 card.
yeah. 2 spades. Would he bid 3 spades?
I might to show I've got five spades instead of 4.
Okay, so what are you thinking with this hand? 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 spades. What does that tell you about your partner? Do they have extra?
No.
Okay, if partner does not have extra, and this is what we're talking about before we got started, it's not the points in your hand that's important. It's what your partner is telling and your total points. So once this person bids 2 spades, they're saying, I have a minimum opener. So this person should be thinking, we don't have game. And so, stop bidding. Anyway, in this
But if
case,
the person bid 1 no trump, then partner south could think, partner could have 10 or 11 points, and so be more enthused about going to game.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. This person, okay,
That person has
1
12.
diamond, 1 spade, 1 no. What are they saying? I have a minimum hand. This person bids 2 clubs. Oh, now in my world it's 11 points. This is 10 high cards with a singleton, so it's fair. It's fair to say I have an invitational hand. But this person should just sign off. They don't have game. There's no reason for either of these people to think they have game.
They wouldn't go back to 2 spades though, because they
Yeah,
don't
they
want
would
to be stuck
go
in
back to 2
clubs.
spades.
Yeah, you'd still be in 2 spades.
Yeah, 2 spades.
Either way.
Now, this person got carried away and they did 3 spades, and that's how they ended up there. Because in their mind, they had an invitational hand, partner opened, and so I'm going to invite.
Plus, they're thinking that North had 4
Yeah, you could,
spades.
but even so, yes. And so maybe they thought, well, 3 spades is safe. But if partner's doing this right, they have a minimum hand and game is not possible.
Yeah.
So the fact that they ended up in 3 spades because somebody invited is really bad bridge. And part of it is recognizing, each of them recognizing that they don't have game based on what their partner said. it's close, but two spades is easier to make than three. So there's no point to inviting with this hand if you know you don't have game. You know, unless partner misbid. Well, you have to trust your partner. So it's part of this hand evaluation, which I know both of you are working on. That's why I'm going through this.
So let's take it one further. Okay, let's say you have 14 points, a little more points in your top hand. Would you say 2 no trump instead of 2 spades? Tell him your point value would be.
Yes. Now, if he had 14 points, what do we got? Got 12. So they need a queen somewhere. You know, ace queen. And when this person bid spades, well, they're not denying 4 hearts, but he can't bid hearts because that would be a reverse. So, yeah, 2 no would show I'm at the top of my 12 to 14. And then this person could make some sort of decision.
He'll probably come back and tell you 3 spades to tell you that they have an extra spade.
Well, I mean, if it went like that, I mean, this person, I mean, they're at the bottom of their invitational bid, really. Partner hasn't bid diamonds.
So it's not worth it to show the extra spade. That would be the only reason I would raise the 3 spades, would be to show the extra spade.
2 no, 3 spades. Yeah.
So what is your 2 no telling me?
We have extra.
That's a different hand. It would have
Yeah,
extra.
I mean, she gave this person a queen.
Oh, okay.
But the way this hand is that everybody's got their bid, but there's the minimum of their bid, and the combination of the 2 minimum bids is not enough.
2 minimums don't make a maximum?
Hmm?
2 minimums don't make a maximum?
No.
No.
You're thinking of minuses. 2 minuses make
I had that at the bank the other day, that we just couldn't quite figure that out.
Okay, so anyway, they're in 3 spades, and there was an 8 of hearts lead. And it turns out that Declare made the correct play. There's only one play here, is to play low. So we're going to play low. And I don't know whether I would have chose that or not. But if you pop up with the ace, you know that next time you lose the lead, you're going to lose 2 hearts.
Yep.
This person won with the queen. And actually, because I was there, they fought and fought and fought and fought and fought and fought, and then lived the queen of clubs. Now, what does that tell you? Where is the king of hearts?
Well, it has to be on the other side because.
Is it in east or west?
I would think west.
Okay. So if it was west, this means west led 8 of hearts from king
Oh, couldn't.
10, 9, 8, which is not a good lead.
Right.
If you have king 10, 9, 8, what do you lead?
9.
9.
10.
10.
Oh,
That's the money,
top of the
right?
sequence.
If you have that, you're supposed to lead that. Just like if you had that, you would lead it. So having the king is kind of a bonus. So the king is over here, which means if they lead a heart, your jack's going to win. It's called a bath coup or something. So you should be thinking, oh, they didn't lead their, they didn't return their partner's lead.
So the king is over there.
For some reason, it must be that they have the king of hearts. So they led a club.
So why didn't they play the king to let their partner know that the queen, that they had the queen?
No. Let's talk about that. turns out that these guys have king and nine, not eight. King, queen, 10, 9.
Seven. So there's a singleton.
So when you're on defense, you play the lowest of touching honors.
Ah.
So you play the queen here. And this is really important
I always forget that on
because if
defense
you play the
lower.
king, you're denying the queen.
Right,
If you play the queen, well, you know, you're not, it's possible that you have the king. And then when this person plays low, well, then your partner knows everything. Because if this person had the king, they would have taken it. So once you play the queen and this person plays low, this person knows the king's over there. Okay, so Queen of Clubs is coming back. And we're in 3 spades. How many losers do we have?
Spades.
none? Well, maybe 2, but no.
One there. That's 3. Jack,
Okay,
one
you
there.
count these losers from the viewpoint of the long hand. We're in spades, so this is the long hand. And so once you lose the 4, then you can ruff in the long hand.
But you have one more in spades because the king of spades is out.
Okay.
So there'd be 4 losers.
How many hearts?
There's 7.
No, how many heart losers? We're still counting losers.
Oh, heart losers. That's 7. Possibly 2.
Yeah, you have 2. The ace is going to take care of 1. And how many spade losers do you have?
1.
Well, what are you missing? Your king, jack, 9, 8, 7. You're missing some herky spades. I would count this as at least 2.
Okay.
It could get really bad for you and be worse. So here you go. You're counting up 7 losers. You're in 3 spades. What do you think about your chances of making it?
right now, not so much.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
But you got some, low clubs and your singleton.
But we could ruff 2 clubs in the short hand. That's a possibility. If the king of spades is over here, our finesse is going to work. If the ace of diamonds is over here, then leaving low to here works.
Well, I think you leave that diamond no matter what, so you could ruff the diamond.
So
Why not?
when I'm looking at this hand, I got a singleton. I'm thinking about roughing my clubs. What do you think about a crossruff? Yeah.
That's one of these where you might not pull your trump, you have to save it for cross roughing.
So if you're good at crossruff, you don't pull trump. And you try to, what else do you do in a crossruff situation?
Well, you need your transportation.
Well, the transportation is your roughing.
Yeah.
But can you crossruff right now? And the answer is no. No, you got to set it up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
assuming
yeah,
that you
you
set it
gotta
up
set
where
it
you
up.
played the 4 and you got rid of the ace and the king of clubs. So you're looking at your transportation back and forth to get over to cross rough.
Yeah. So basically, you know, I mean, the queen club is led, and so we got to make some sort of decision. So the clubs will set up once we cash them. What's the other thing you do in a cross-ruff situation? You cash your side tricks. And what are you worried about in a cross-ruff situation?
Over-rubbing.
Over-ruffing. So it turns out you can make this because of the favorable lies of the cards. I mean, you look at this and go, oh man, I'm in trouble. But so Linda had it right. I would take the king of clubs. And now, when you play the diamonds, are you playing low to the jack or low to the king?
Oh, we had this question just recently, and I believe we said that the answer was you play the king.
And I would say yes. It turns out this particular hand you can make it over trick by playing the jack because he's queen tens over here. But you can't count on that. You can only lead these once. And so what you're hoping for is if you put in the jack, you know, either the ace or the queen over here will take it. And what you're going to do is you're going to rough all the rest. So there's no point to taking the double finesse in this situation because you have a single. So it's important to recognize that, yeah, the proper play here turns out to be the king.
I think you did a whole lesson on the jack.
So once you do that, now you can cash your clubs and launch into your crossruff. And eventually this person's going to over-ruff, and they're going to lead a spade because that's the defense against the spade. And what else has to be true for you to even have a chance? The king has to be over there, which it is. And you kind of expect it once, you know, the ace of diamonds is over here, that, you know, the points are evenly split. And that is why when one finesse works, oftentimes both of them or all three of them work.
So
And when one loses, they all lose. And that is why.
So you're losing 2 hearts and 2 spades to make 3.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, because then you have to figure what losers you're going to lose. That's what I try and do, is figure out which ones I'm going to lose to make it work.
Yeah. So the point of this hand is to recognize this is really a cross-ruff situation. You have what is called weak trumps. Now the person who played this led the 10 of spades because they were thinking about the double finesse situation. And this is not a double finesse situation. What you need is for the 10 to be down here. If you lead a high card, it doesn't matter where the jack is. If it's there, they're going to cover. And if it's over here, which it turned out it was, you're going to lose it. It was Jack Doubleton. There was no reason to lose to the jack. So when this is not a double finesse situation, when you have one of the honors here. So play to the queen.